Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield postgame show here on a Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday, man. It's 2 for Tuesday on the radio station, Rock 105.9. Welcome into Halos in the Infield, the postgame show. Once again, we are coming to you live after the Angels once again go down on the Texas two-step. They are now 1-5 or 1-4, soon to be 1-5. If anything tells you that they're going to get out of the funk that they're in, I don't think so. So with that being said, let's get into our sponsors. And then once again, we go with 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets. Again, I'll stress it, Halos in the Infield is known for Angels baseball, correct? But it's also known for using a promo code over and over in the checkout. And the redeem code, whatever they call it, checkout. You use that code, you can buy concert tickets. It doesn't have to be for Angels. It could be for anything. 714 Tickets, the app, or even if you don't know how to use the app, you can call them and tell them Halos in the Infield. You automatically get 10% off. You automatically get 5% more towards a next purchase. So with that being said, let's get into the monstrosity that was tonight's baseball game. The Texas Rangers have literally kicked our ass again. And all that talk from me, I've made a couple bad predictions. I still think Texas is going to fall on their ass despite Bruce Bochy, because I don't think they have the bullpen or the starters to kick ass once it comes to playoff time. You could say, well, you don't know what you're talking about, Todd, because look what they did against the Angels. Everybody does that against the Angels. Everybody looks so goddamn good against the Angels. It's no surprise. It's no surprise how this team has the paper presence to be good, yet on the field they just suck ass. And I loved tonight. I loved that in the ninth inning, when obviously the game is decided, you're out there saying, Gubazaw's like, take what you want. That's a Honda theme of the night. Take what you want. Take what you want? That's the theme of tonight? Oh, the Angels took what they wanted tonight. All game until they got those 2 runs in the ninth inning. Take what you want? That's your Honda, key to the game? You mean swing when you want? That sounds more like it. Swing like you just don't get. And again, Randall Gritchett came into this season, before he came to Anaheim, 8 home runs, about like 26 RBIs or so, 25. He's now gotten 3 home runs and 5 RBIs, most of which have come from the long ball. He has an uppercut swing. He's not an uppercut swinger, but as soon as he comes here, he's an uppercut swing. Everything's home run. Again, the only one that looks halfway decent is freaking Crone, because he's actually trying to do the Marcus Thames and hit it the other way. None of these other hitters can. Escobar looks toast. We've already talked about Squid ad nauseum. Theis can't hit anymore. Like, I gave you the best that I had. I can't hit anymore. Wallach just fell off a cliff. Literally, you got nothing. Moniak is striking out and swinging at everything. Again, it's embarrassing to watch this baseball team because, again, Texas puts up good at bats. They sit in the box. They wait for the pitches, and when they get them, they hammer them. Because if we're missing and we're biting and nibbling too much on the corners, they just wait for us to hang one down the middle. Again, in the bottom of the 8th inning, Leon gets into that bases loaded situation, right? Corey Seager comes up and just rockets one right up the middle. I believe it was Seager. He was like, boy, he's so aggressive. That's what you want from the Angels, Goob. Randazzo. That's what you guys have been saying this entire time. I love how the Angels are aggressive. And then when they do it, it's like, oh my God, he's aggressive. Well, of course, if you're hanging one right down the fucking middle. You see how Texas worked the bases loaded? They were patient. They let the pitcher get himself into trouble. Not the Angels. Angels get a guy on and 2 guys on. Let's start swinging at everything. Although the guy might have thrown 8 straight balls, keep swinging. And what happens? Double play. And then you have a runner at third with 2 out, pop out, or strikeout. Moniak, 7th inning, 9 pitches. Saborts or whatever the fuck his stupid ass name is. 9 pitches. 9 pitches. And they're wondering, why can't we score? I don't understand. Because you're swinging at everything. If my high school teacher saw us playing like that, we'd be running laps. We'd be in film session watching on a VHS. That's how old I am. But it's so stupid how this team approaches the batter's box. And again, outside of Sam Blum, who the fuck is asking questions? You barred the only guy that'll go in there and ask questions. Nevin throws a tantrum. Does anyone tell him in the postgame, why would you throw that tantrum? How did the guys respond? Oh, how they respond? They didn't score nothing. I said it last night. If you're not going to be respected at game, 120 or whatever the fuck this is, 119 or whatever, you weren't respected all year. You should have been throwing tirades and doing the Danny Glover thing earlier in the season. Instead, you're sitting on your ass, playing with your lip, going back and forth, not making any decision other than to pull a pitcher way too early, or just say, hey, position player, I don't want to waste the bullpen. You're an absolute joke, Nevin. You're an absolute fucking joke. A terrible manager. Why have you not been fired? I don't give a shit if you don't want to fire a guy two times already in your term, Perry. Do it! This guy's incompetent. I'm sure you're not going to get Halo honks or Angel fans crying or saying your job needs to go because you fired another manager. Just don't do it again if you're going to stay here long term, Perry. Find someone that's on the same page as you and have them stick to it. And if you can't do it, then your ass should go. Find a competent manager. This shithead sucks. Before this series, they said these are must-win games. He said, I believe in these 26 ball players. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Shut up. First 2 games in Houston, 3, gave up 11, already outscored 6-22. You scored 2 fucking runs. And you somehow win because the back end of that bullpen saved Silsa's ass. You're still outscored in that series 23-8. You get shut out last night. 12 more runs. 35-8. Tonight, 7 more runs. 42-11. 42 runs you've allowed, and 11 you've scored. And some of that I want to get mad at the pitchers, but look how they added on those runs late. You put in I don't give a fuck pitchers instead of using your good pitchers because you're scared to use them because you think their arms are going to fall off. Their fingers are going to go numb. Yet you can use Luke back to back to back to back to back to back, but you won't use any of the young guys. Some guys who need the innings, need the training. I don't care if it's not a closing situation. Because the last time this happened, and we were all like, well, what happened with our closer? Why did he blow that save? Estevez. And then Madden was like, oh, he's tired. From what? He never pitched 4 days before. When's the last time we've seen Estevez? So you haven't seen him in a while. All these guys should be fresh. I don't care if they pitched last night. And I'm actually surprised Luke pitched again tonight. Let those fuckers pitch. You pay them for a fucking reason. I have never seen so many position players pitch for the Angels than this year. Shit, the last time Texas was in town, 2 guys pitched for the Angels that were position players. Back to back. This is like the 4th or 5th time we've seen a position player pitch because your dumbass just doesn't want to throw out a bullpen arm. When we have plenty of arms. It's not like we got 10 guys or not like we got 4 guys in the bullpen only. We got plenty of arms. That's just one of the 1,000 things that are wrong with Nevin. And then this offense is completely quit on this team. They're just going through the motions. You can tell they don't give a shit. They can't wait for this season to be over. I'm not surprised if they don't have a calendar like you and me did back in the day before cell phones and you're marking down the days to the end of school year. That's what they're doing with the fucking baseball schedule, the Anaheim Angels schedule from the opening day. That's all they're doing. Because it doesn't look like they give a shit. They don't believe in the system. They don't believe in the coaches. They're just like, man, look, can we hurry up and end this embarrassment? And it's showing 42-11. 42-11. See, at least last year, the pitchers didn't quit on this team. Whether that was Matt Wise or whether that was Phil Nevin actually having control of the locker room last year. But it is so easy to see that they have quit on both sides of the ball. They just can't do anything. And I think guys like Moniak are like, look, you're telling me to swing and uppercut at everything, but I'm striking out a lot. Thames is like, don't change it, baby. Keep rocking it. And they're doing it. And look what the results are. Continually striking out. It's ugly what they're doing. It's bullshit baseball. If I didn't love this team so much and we didn't have the coverage on this team or doing what we're doing, as a fan, like I praise every last one of you that go to games, that still believe in this team, that still cheer for this team, because they're putting out an effort that I remember when I was in school. And there was a point where I was going through my emo side. And I just was like, I'm not going anywhere in life. Why do I need to do school? And I bet you have kids like that. Or you were one like that. And I bet you, like my mom and dad, they wanted to give up on me at some point. Because I was a little asshole for a couple of years. I was. And I was like, I don't like school. This sucks. And I want to hang with my friends. Why do I need math and all this other stuff? I feel that's the Angels right now. Oh, this sucks. I don't want to get up. Why do we have to work out? I don't want to do it, Nevin. But see, the difference is they have privileged parents, meaning Nevin and the rest of the coaching staff. I didn't. My parents whipped my ass into shape after a while. They got tired of my grade point averages being super low. And they whipped my ass into shape. Whereas I'm still waiting for the parents to step up and slap the shit out of these pampered kids, which are our halos. It's hard to watch this team because they don't look like they're giving a fuck. They're just out there like, it's baseball, swing the bat. Who cares if we have a full house? I don't really care. Bitch, you're getting paid millions. And I mean that to the entire roster. The entire roster. And there's certain players that we respect on this team. There's certain players we hate on this team. You could disagree with the ones I like and hate. You could agree with the ones I like and hate. We all have our favorites. We all have our zeros. But it is very hard to hang on and continue. That's why I gave my parents credit. As much as I gave no effort, they never gave up on me. And they whipped my ass into shape and we got it going. And you know what? You're a fandom. And my fandom, we're like those, like my parents. We're like just like pissed off. We're getting to that boiling point because we're trying to get them to turn around. letting our voices be known with podcasts or post games like this or online and social media. We just don't have the media, the actual media, to do their job to put pressure on these assholes. I mean, look at Artie still getting a free pass. Put sports aside, that fool's been indicted like twice. Got all kinds of freaking like behind the scenes, what do you call it? He's being sued for shit. Do you hear about that? Maybe the OC Register writes an article about it. Who reads anymore? Make a video about it. At least that'll get it out to the people that don't pick up a newspaper. Don't look on freaking line. I mean, you could get a link, but how many people even read those? I mean, people blog all the time, but no one reads blogs anymore. It's all about videos. Make some videos. Make some content. Throw it out there, but they don't. So again, free passes for everybody. Everyone just keep milking it. Seems like the school just wants to pass the Angels on to the next year. So, what? And you know what's interesting to me? With all this Milwaukee Brewers talk, with all this Brewers talk about, oh my God, we need renovations to a stadium that's barely 20 years old, which still looks fantastic, which Fernando went there last year or this year and was like, oh my God, that stadium's like one of my favorites. And he was like, couldn't stop raving about it, right? So what do you got now? You got Manfred over there threatening, oh, well, if you don't do something soon, if you don't pay for it. Man, Milwaukee can barely pay for itself, and you're going to force them, with all these owners making billions of dollars, to fund their own shit? What's he going to do? Is the owner going to turn around and be like, okay, since the public funding helped us out for a season, I'm going to cut ticket prices in half? Are you serious? No, you're going to build him luxury boxes. You're going to build him brand new seating, brand new, better seating. He's going to jack the prices up on the consumer that paid for that shit. No wonder why they don't want to pay for it. So fuck them. Don't pay for their shit either. Why do I bring that up? Why doesn't Manfred come over here and say, man, you got the second oldest stadium in the league. You can see rust and cracks through the crevices of the stadium. It fucking bounces in the 400 section. The concrete's getting weakened. How does Artie get a pass? That stadium has been in need of a serious renovation for a long time. Last time it was renovated was 1998 or 97, around there. That's a long time ago. That's in need of at least the stadium was built brand spanking new in Milwaukee around the same time. This one was a renovation of an existing stadium that had already been around for over 20, almost 30 years prior to that. And he again, Manfred doesn't give a shit. It's all about this. And I bet you if Artie would pony up enough of this, he can get him to do the exact same thing to the city of Anaheim. And get them by the balls, threaten the Angels to move. Because I think that's the next thing that's going to happen. I think that's the next thing that's going to happen. Ohtani walks. The franchise goes down in value. To make up for his losses, he wants a brand new fucking stadium. Or at least a big-time renovation. I'm so upset with this whole thing. And speaking of it, as I just say that, Artie Moreno checks in with, hey, everyone. Boy, if last night's call wasn't good enough. Let me just get into the Stamos Award here tonight before I have a few other things to say. The John Stamos Award for Best Player on the Field, which I hate saying this, is Joe Madden's lover, Corey Seager. 3 hits tonight and 5 at-bats. His average is now .350 for the greatest hitter of all time. A home run and 5 RBIs. He single-handedly screwed the Angels. 7 runs, 11 hits for the Rangers. Now let's go over to everyone's favorite, as the winning pitcher, first off, was Montgomery, who, again, very average pitcher. I don't care what you say. He barely got his record to 8-10, 6 innings, but he pitched like Nolan Ryan or Scherzer. 1 run, 6 hits allowed. He had 9 strikeouts. Of course, the Angels strike out 12 times. But let's go over that awesome lineup tonight. Or 2 home runs for Seager tonight. My bad. Thank you, Courtney. Let's get over Nacho Night first.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
Well, the Nacho Night Award is going to go to one guy, and that's going to go to Leon. Leon, 1 1/3, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Very average. Boy, these the young guys we traded away, huh? Really makes it worth it. Giolito takes the loss, but hold on, wait a second. What am I doing? I got to go over these stats. The way that they're supposed to go down. Because there's only one song we play when we go over our awesome Angels hitting, which is Louis Renifo back at the leadoff spot. Because again, Nevin likes to jerk off this lineup. Can't keep anyone consistent. Even though Renifo's been showing a lot of promise at leadoff, let's keep moving him up and down the lineup for fuck's sake. He goes 1 for 4, gets an RBI, 2 strikeouts. He was at least trying to get the Angels back in the game. $600 million man. Once again, in another series, he only has 1 solo home run this entire Texas 2 swept. And he's off to another fabulous start in this Texas series, which means he's going to homer tomorrow. 1 for 4 and a strikeout. Very quiet. Jury said, hey, you know what? I don't like that hit. I'll raise you. 0 for 4. 2 strikeouts. CJ Cron's like, I got this, baby. 2 for 4. I'm going to provide some offense, but no RBIs. Grichuk's like, my parents are here. I'm going to do something. It's like Little League all over again. 2-run homer. 2 for 4. Renfro's like, Mike Trout, I'm his evil, sucky twin. 0 for 4 again, lowering that average to a sparkling 243. Then Mr. Scared of Pussy, listen, he doesn't like house cats. No, he gets 1 hit tonight and a strikeout. He pitched last night too. He thinks he's Ohtani. Wallach is like, I got myself a hit and then I get benched for, dude, where's my bat? 0 for 2 off the bench. My average is down to 219. Bro, he's lost 70 points in his average in the last 36 games. Awesome. Jordan Adams gets a rare start. He goes 0 for 2. Moniak's like, I got to hurry up and make him out off the bench. 0 for 1. Now, let's start that music back up because we're going to go over the pitching. Giolito, what a great acquisition right there. Amazing. He's wearing Dan Herron's old number, but not pitching like Dan Herron. But what does it matter? Even if he gives up 1 run, 2 runs maybe, they still probably lose. He gave up 4 runs, 7 hits in 6 innings pitched, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Not bad, but that's the Giolito start. You should have got Dylan Cease. Aaron Luke came in there and was like, 1 hit, 1 run. I can't get out of an inning without giving up a run. Wow, is his ERA so worth it? 5.65. He's a stud. And then our Nacho Eater, 1 innings pitched, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's up to 434. And we take another loss, people. 42 runs, 11 runs scored. If ever there was a time. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a mound visit. A quick word from Jack in the Box.
Build your own munchie meal or try mine. Only at Jack in the Box.
That looks good on you, Miach.
Again, keys to the game. I mean, at least look. I never used to like Vin Scully, and that might be sacrilegious to a lot of you guys. I learned to appreciate him over the time because I hated him because he represented the Dodgers. I hate anything Dodgers. I'm just being honest with you. But I realized what he did over time, and I appreciate that. And I used to wonder, why would he tell stories and why would he have all these tidbits? It was because sometimes, the Dodgers weren't always doing good. Or there was times where they were blowing out somebody and you got to keep filler going, right? And now I knew him man, he was a pro at that. He could tell some whoppers, tell some really good stories, get into some stuff that I never knew about or even about my own team. But there's nothing like that on this squad as far as Gooby and Randy. Or Randazzo. These guys just can't have any filler without, Wayne looking like, he starts talking like his dog was shot right in front of him. Then Gooby's just out of nowhere being like, hey, we could use a hit right here. Nothing. Hey, I tell you what, Gwen Stefani. But actually, that was Wayne tonight. Wayne was like, yeah, we need a rally from somebody out here. Maybe we got to bring Gwen Stefani back. Bro, that was like a month ago. Come on. We haven't come up with anything else? How about one of you two go streaking on the field? Maybe that'll pump the Angels batters up. Anything. Literally watching this team go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is between that and the constant commercials.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie, call Jacob.
Literally, there should be a PSA before the Angel game starts. If you're an Angels fan and you're contemplating suicide, please change the channel. And that's not a knock on suicide or anything else like that. That's, it's a serious thing. I'm not, but the damn commercials, come on. Throughout the game, I brought this up many times, the same shit over and over. And I realized just be creative. Listen, when we're calling games, and I'm not professing to be a pro at all, but when we've called games, whether it be me, Fernando, or Dominique, or whoever else we've had to do it before with us, with James and whatever, it's like we come up with things to talk about. And yeah, some of those games we've had were stinkers, but we freaking got through it and we didn't bore people. It's like, come on, do something. The whole, again, I had someone message me, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting who it was. I think it might have been Dan Rios or Jim, but one of them messaged me saying before yesterday's game, Trent Rush and our boy, Mr.
If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up.
John Stamos choked on me.
Before the game in the series with Texas, Trent Rush was like, I don't know why, man, but I got a feeling they could really sweep Texas. If they put their minds to it, they could sweep them. Based on what? How? It's like when we were talking to Frankie Kazarian, who was, it's like Frankie Kazarian when we were talking to him about the Angels or about how they're going to do things, And he said it was sort of like when a certain wrestler will come along and say, I think I should win the belt. And then he's like, and then what? How are you going to do the storyline after? What kind of adversity do you face? This, and that. You have to have, a direction, a before and after, and everything else that comes with it. So it's sort of like that with baseball and the Angels. Like, you just can't be spouting off shit. It's like, I think we could sweep these guys. Based on what? How's it going to happen? Where's it going to go from there? Again, look at this team all season. The coaching's just not going to flip a switch and then they're all going to start playing better. They are who we thought they were. And they never got to be in a position to be let off the hook because they were never that good.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Let's crown their ass as underachievers, underperformers, badly coached, zero giving a fucks. Let's crown them all 4 times because that's what they are. They're a 500 team. James called it in the preseason. Again, I gave him props the other night. I'll do it again. I was like, bro, listen, I'm a realist, but I'm a little honkish on this team, and I just don't think I see what you're seeing. But then again, he could fire back and say, well, didn't you say that Suarez was going to be comeback player of the year? Touche, James. Touche. So we mess up sometimes in our freaking predictions. But this team, I don't look. I don't think they were going to be as bad as James thought. Now, 500, yeah, but I bet you anything, if I would have asked James, how would they get to 500? He would say probably, the pitching. They'll hit, but maybe the injuries, they'll score some runs. They could have been 500 and scoring 6 runs a game. Could be. They can't even do that. So when you get blown out like you did last night, you don't even put up a fight. See a 7-3 loss like this, or if they were to lose tomorrow, 6-5, 4-2, they're showing fight. They're trying to stay in the game. They're within a run or two. They're a bloop of the blast away. But this team is just not there. They're not there mentally. Physically, there's so many injuries. They're leading the league for the fourth time in 8 years. Out of these 8 years of futility, or 9 years now, because we're moving on 9. Out of the 9 years of futility, the Angels have led the league 4 times in most injuries. You just can't win like that either. And guys like your major contributors going down all the time, bro, how are we supposed to do anything right here? I don't understand. So let's get to the comments. Evan starts off with fuck, and then there's a song right here by James Malou. Balls, and free falling.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
free falling. Adrian says sell the team. Louis714 says fuck. Eric says yo everyone. Nevin has lost the team. James Malou says the shit show is over. Blow it up. Fire the entire fucking staff and start from scratch. Trade Trout. Do whatever you got to do. Wash away the stain of the decade. Big fucking failure. F for failure. Jim says, although the season starts today, I will be selling my tickets profusely in the upcoming homestand. See, there you go, Jim. Like, first it was Angel's grandma, Jim, who just jumped out the window the other day and said, I'm done for the year. I think this team is done for the year. And now Jim, despite the season starting tomorrow and it be opening day on the road,
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
He's just like,
oh no, we suck again.
Sell. He's like at the stock market trying to sell those shares. A season worst, 3 games under 500. That went well, Dan says. I'm going to try and give a funny call tonight. However, I've never heard Artie speak. Let's see. The only thing the Angels are taking is an ass beating. They sure are. Let's see. Gritchick bumped up his average to 233 today. He really hit a Chris Paul hits 3 out of a lead to 47. 3 for 47. Stick a fork in them. They're done. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, boots on the ground. It's Fernando. Guys, we won. Oh, wait. Sorry. We didn't win?
We didn't.
Sorry,
win.
My girlfriend said we didn't win. And that she had a horrible time because I forced her to watch this loser of a team.
I did not.
See, she's still sticking up for us. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you find a winner, and especially if somebody's willing to go to not only today's game, but she's willing to go to tomorrow's game too. So I'm just gonna say this, man. I didn't get to listen to your rant already. I have to listen to it in the morning. But talk about just such an uninspired team. Yeah, cool. They got 3 pity runs at the very end. Literally, Corey Seager single-handedly won this game for Texas. And you make fun of him an awful lot. But seriously, when he's facing Angels pitching, this guy might as well be Barry Bonds. Yeah. I don't know what it is. He single-handedly kills us every time. Every time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm tired of it, dude. You know me. Baseball is all I care about. Baseball is the only life for an old soul like mine. With that being said, when is this season over? Put us out of our misery. I'm tired of it. Don't worry, though. Hey, word on the street, Todd.
Yeah.
The season starts tomorrow.
See, that's what I'm pumped up for. Tomorrow you get to go see they don't. It's a dome, right? So they can't open up the top, or can they?
They can, yeah. It's a retractable roof. It's one of them fancy things.
Oh, because I was thinking there's gonna be a nice flyover tomorrow. You could take your date out there for your girlfriend for a wonderful opening day. It'll be your first opening day. It's going to be beautiful. Angels on the road looking to go 1-0.
Hey, there you go. 1-0. That's all we can do. And then the next day, we got to go 1-0 again. Next thing you know, that you win another game. That's 3. That's called a winning streak.
That is called a winning streak. But I think the team always takes the reverse. They're all like, well, we lost one yesterday. And if we lose one today, that's 2 in a row. And if we lose one tomorrow, that's called a losing streak. And everyone's like, yeah!
Yeah, right. That's not by winning. It's actually by losing. Yeah, so it's funny because, like, I was, I was telling my girlfriend about, like, how bad of a person Artie Moreno is. And she's like, well, I know we've gone through this before, but, like, can we go through it again? And, like, the longer we went down the laundry list, like, I think she kept expecting me to, like, hit, like, an ending point. And I'm like, oh, don't worry. I've only scratched the surface. But at that point, I was already, like, 15 minutes in. I was like, you know what? It's okay. I think she gets the point.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of meat on that bone to explain. You know what I mean? So I could tell because, I mean, that's what
We're talking like the obese, like turkey legs at like Disneyland.
Yes,
like kind of meat on the bone.
The $25 turkey wing. Yes.
Hey, those are good though. I'll pay way more than $25. Well,
I mean, yeah, those are the style that you get at medieval times too. They're pretty juicy and big. So that's what she said. But
you know what's not juicy and big? This offense.
Yes, exactly.
The offense is not juicy and big. But I will say this. The Arlington crowd, one of the more boring atmospheres I've ever been to for a game. Man, people say that, like, Angel fans don't show up sometimes and then Angel fans are playing. Nothing compared to Arlington, dude. Like, they weren't even, like, cheering when Corey Seager hit a home run.
Yeah, they're awfully quiet, and that's hearing it from the TV. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much going on. The most excitement I saw was they were showing people behind home plate. You know, there's a bunch of guys there, some sort of, like, guy party or whatever, and they were just having a good time. Other than that, I mean, the atmosphere looked pretty dull, and that's not the first time. I mean, you've been there multiple times, and you said it's not any better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, definitely. So in, center field there, they had the Come to Texas crowd, and every time Shohei came up, they were chanting, Come to Texas. But my favorite thing was there was a Ranger fan holding up a sign that said, the Angels wasted Trout's career. And I'm just like, brother, do you know that you're like a Ranger fan? Like, you guys have won 0 World Series, good sir. Oh, well, we won a back-to-back World Series. Great. Here's a consolation Capri Sun. Just like the Dodger fans, you can get a little World Series patch that means nothing because you didn't win. And 2020 doesn't mean anything either. But I'm just like, dude, like, this guy's a Ranger fan. Like, you want to talk about wasting guys' careers? Should we go down the list, Todd? That might be a whole episode.
Oh, yeah.
Darvish, Alex Rodriguez, Adrian Beltre. I mean, none of these guys won anything with Texas.
I'll tell you some more guys. Juan Gonzalez, Ivan Rodriguez, you had Mickey Templeton. There's a lot of Rangers that didn't do shit. Like that were great players, but that team, like you said, didn't do anything.
Yeah, I feel like the Rangers, when I was growing up, were just kind of like a team that was just kind of there. I mean, think about it. Before those back-to-back World Series like appearances, like, they weren't really playoff teams. Like, they made it here and there. We're talking like what, maybe once a decade, but like, besides those back-to-back World Series appearances, like, when have the Rangers ever consistently competed?
I've never, like, they used to always be that team that had the offense but no pitching because they had Rafael Palmeiro, Ruben Sierra. They had all these guys, but, you know, they'd sneak up and beat you a little bit here and there, but they were mostly like the team that just, you know, you could beat. You know, you won't have to worry about them come playoff time.
Yeah, well, there you go, right?
Yep.
So I thought that sign was just a little ironic. I was just like, I don't think this guy knows who he cheers for.
Yeah, exactly.
But whatever. But, yeah, I mean, it was a decent day at the ballpark. Going back tomorrow. Do we know who's pitching tomorrow yet?
I know it's Gray for Texas. I don't know who's pitching for us.
I already see John Gray pitch this year, and I'm just like, oh, God. I was hoping to see someone. I was hoping to see our boy Heaney. At least we knew he would have thrown like a no-hitter against us or something.
Oh, yeah. He would have got back at us for damn sure, dude.
But the last thing I'll say, man, is just this the offense just looks so bad today. You know, Lucas Giolito, minus a couple of pitches, I'll say didn't look horrible. And he gave up 4 runs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm really not going to blame him as much. My girlfriend kind of like hit me like in the shoulder when I started booing when Aaron Loop came up to pitch. And she's like, he's on your team. And I'm like, yeah, he's on my team. And I think the first batter he faced was Seager. And he just second pitch or whatever, just gave up a nuke. And I just looked at her.
Yeah, I mean, if she knew how much you love Squid as well, there you go.
Oh yeah, luckily we didn't. Luckily I didn't have to see him.
Yeah, he was out of it for good reasons tonight. Shouldn't have played.
Yeah, instead we had to sit through Jordan Adams and his wonderful defense. To which I yelled, "How about you head back down to AAA?" And the Rangers fan next to me got a pretty good kick out of that one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you look worse than Adele did last year. So.
Yeah, the guy's just not a major leaguer. He's just not ready. I mean, he's what? I think 23, 24. Can someone correct me on that?
He's somewhere around there, but he is 23. He's 23, but if he had talent, he would have been traded. So we know that.
Well, yeah, exactly. Not only that, but they doubled down the day before the trade deadline by calling him up.
Mm-hmm. They're all. Let's not put pressure on the kid. Let's put pressure on the kid.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, let me leave you on this question. Where do we go from here? Do we just continue to go to rock bottom and just write it out and just literally hit the reset button? I mean, here's the thing. I think we can all kind of acknowledge, okay, Shohei's probably not going to stay. And if he does stay, it's not going to be for a team-friendly deal. We kind of knew it wasn't going to be, but now if he stays, there's no way he does it because he loves it. It's because the money's talking. So with that being said, is there any possible way at all that this team can move forward with, Shohei making $35 to $40 million, Trout making $30 million, and Rendon making $30? The math just isn't mathing. It's over.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense with signing Ohtani if we still got the Rendon contract. It just doesn't.
And now we don't even have some high-end prospects that we can dump. Honestly, if you would have given me a crystal ball and been here's what's going to happen if you guys get Lucas Giolito and you give up Kai Bush and Edgar Quero, I would have been you know what? Actually, I'd rather pair up Kai Bush, Edgar Quero, and get rid of the Rendon contract. Hey, we'll give you these 2 prospects if you free up this $38 million. And that's worth it to me. You can do a lot with $38 million. You can buy a whole goddamn team for $38 million. Don't believe me? Ask the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, yeah. If you spend your money right, good things will happen.
Yeah, well, we're Angels fans. We don't spend our money right. Don't worry. Let's give a 12-year deal to Grichuk. Let's give a 24-year deal to Lucas Giolito. And, hell, let's give a 10-year deal to Riley Chris while we're at it.
Yeah, Riley Chris has got to be in it for sure. He's got to be in it.
Yeah.
But
okay, well, this is for sure the last thing. I was going to buy a 2024 All-Star Game T-shirt.
Uh-huh.
$55, my friend. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the that wouldn't be the right shirt to pay. $58. You can get yourself 4 shirts for that, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was, we're at a stadium. I was expecting to see $40. All right, and I looked at the sweater and I was like, all right, well, the sweater's $65, $70. I'll do it. Sweater was $95. I was like, all right, well, we are not doing that today. Today is not the day for us.
Yeah, you could put that money to better use. I was gonna say, there's a movie. I was trying to Google it right now and I can't find it. But you asked the question, what do we do from here? In the movie, the girl gets bit by this snake, a real poisonous snake, and the guy's got to get her to the hospital. Long story short, because they're in the country and everything, he's riding this horse all night to get her to the hospital. The most you should run a horse is maybe 7 miles and then rest the horse, right? But he's got to go 25 miles, and he pushes the horse till it literally dies, and then he has to get up and carry the girl the final 2 miles. I have a feeling, as far as the horse, we're on the Angels horse. We're riding that shit's giving out, man. It's not going to make it. And so we're going to ride that shit to the finish line, dude. There's no going back. If you're a real Angel fan, you're going to be watching these games just as apathetic as can be, because that's what the kind of effort they're putting out there for us.
Yeah, I'm at the mode now where here's the number one thing I'll say to Angels fans. Find some cheap tickets, go to the game, enjoy the last couple opportunities we have to potentially see Trout and Ohtani together. Trout might be back, Trout might not. Chances are he's going to be back probably the next week or two. I don't think Trout's a quitter. I think he will come back. But this very well might be the last time we're going to see Trout and Ohtani together. Let's enjoy it. We get a lot of flack from fans for, being haters or being realists. But the number one thing I can say is, you know what? Let's at least enjoy it right now while we can. Yeah, Artie's going to get our $4 or whatever because tickets get cheap when the Angels suck. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, you know what? Take the family out there to the ball game, get some cheap seats, and, let's at least send Shohei off with a cheer, and maybe he'll change his mind and decide to stay.
Yeah, maybe. There's always that.
Exactly. Well, have a good night, man. Halo fan, make sure to check out that backpack drive. Mm-hmm. And I'll let you know how this game goes tomorrow.
I got it pinned on the comments, so we should be good with that.
Yeah, I did see that. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Well, have a good night, Todd.
All right, you too, bro.
Yeah. Right, take care, man.
And real quick on the let me get back to the comments, and I'll take some calls after. Real quick, because I just let him in because that's Fernando early. To donate to the backpack giveaway for San Bernardino needy kids. Those are the links right there in the pinned comment. If you guys want to make a donation, that'd be very, very awesome. Gotta love Loop and Rendon. Great investment. Tony Two-Bag says baseball isn't everything, but it pays well. He ain't lying. I told you Texas two-step would be a raw fucking. You were right. You were right. The deadline really killed this team. I don't know what we were all in. It's very embarrassing. Jim says the Section 260 buffet is about the Cotter. Also, Todd, you having me rolling tonight, brother. Thanks, appreciate it. Monopoly money is more valuable than the Angels playoff tickets. Gonna have some more. Have to move the buffet to the 600 section. Madden and Nevin are nowhere, men. R. Martinez says, hey, Todd, notice wherever the other team has a rookie or a player making their debut, they get a home run or hit, become heroes, but our guys like Adams can't get a hit. Exactly. Marty says, every strikeout Nevin should have been slapping the goofy bat boy for motivation. All this shit that everyone says about this team is becoming fact. The Angels are a joke of an organization under this dumb shit. If an owner and us fans are paying the price, what a fucking shame, Johnny B. Good says. Also, the fact that Perry is letting this ride and not holding Nevin and the coaching staff accountable is BS. I agree. Those Ranger fans in right field were awesome all night, making noise like a football game. I'm not totally surprised with the W with this result of a version of buying was getting old vets and mediocre players. Perry did not try, but now as I look back at it, it wasn't really improving moves in my opinion. And that's pretty much right on point right there. Ryan says they are saving the bullpen for the postseason. Hold on. I'll take a call. Let me just catch up on these comments real quick. I'll get back to you. They are saving the bullpen for the postseason as if the postseason is already guaranteed. Play the fucking current game already, Ryan says. Also, we were suckiest sucks whoever sucked. Whatever happened to the Angels club and the personal things that are going on? Mutiny afoot. Also, emo Todd. Yeah, who wants to shake the fuck out of Artie Moreno and the entire Angels organization? Artie Martinez says. Also, Angels need some to put up a whole organization feet on fire. Hey, no postgame on AM 830. It's all yours, Todd, Dan says. And that's funny. Again, remember, he was the one says, I'm on here all the time. And then you had our boy over there saying, yeah, you are all the time, every night after every game. Shut the hell up. They're a bunch of liars. I wish the honks would see them for what they really are. They're a bunch of liars. The first 18 years of MLB baseball were mostly really bad. How long of the playoff drought goes now? Work 162, call in sick, injuries, no OT, and then go home. Angels baseball. Miki says, don't worry about Trout and Rendon will save us. Camfrey says, blame goes to all fronts. Players at least should give a damn. At least to give Nevin has nobody to blame but himself. Could have had some good habits early in the season. Exactly. MT says, hey, Todd, I hope your daughter is okay. I'm away for business in Asia. Guess I'm not missing a beat. Is Squid still on the team? Thank you, sir, MT. And yes, he, sir, is. And be safe out there and have a good time in Asia. So with no games played in Oakland, will Anaheim be the new Colis Surum? I have no idea. Artie checks in. Also, Dan says 1996, 1997 configured to Edison Field. Kroomskar says every trade line acquisition has inherently gotten worse for the Halos. Either ERA has gone up or batting average took a dip. You ain't lying. I know I've said it before, and I'm happy if the team moved, if they're like this on and off the field. That way I wouldn't have to care about them. 2 home runs for Seager tonight. I think the chair just has PTSD for being a Raiders fan. Home plate umpire didn't help. MT says, I heard Scherzer's post-game interview last on ESPN. He said to study and scout the Angels prior to the game. What the hell is the Angels doing? Nothing, MT. We said that yesterday. They don't prepare for anybody. Same dull at bats all the time. If Perry fired Nevin and replaced him with Gill, I bet you they would finish strong. Exactly, Eric, but I don't think we'll see that. The home plate umpire had some naked gun strike 3 calls today. He did. Holy cow, I'm about to throw up. The Mariners had a 7-0 lead. It's now 8-8 in the 9th. Ooh, that's bad. Great that music be stuck in my head all night. Marty says acquisitions made the team worse, and while turning our bad farm system into the worst in the MLB. This team has no type of rhythm, continuity, or consistency, constantly changing the lineup for no reason, no set positions, just straight up awful and sad, Courtney says. I totally agree. Also, sell or move Artie. Is Trout even going to bother coming back? I'm pretty sure he is. Can a 14-year-old girl come out and say, Artie, touch you, please? 18 and older only, Artie says. Thurman says, don't think Trout will ever return. We need Artie to go off on like Donald Sterling. Then Artie's saying we lost. You guys are all forgetting the season starts soon. When does it start? Let's ask Roger because only he knows.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Yeah, and Miki says,
Oh, no! We suck again!
I like when Vin Scully murdered Yasiel Puig on the Pujols stolen base years ago. That was pretty funny. If you enjoy your happiness, turn the channel away from Angels baseball. Eric says a fight announcement before an Angels game sounds good to me. I'm so glad that today was the last game of spring training. Exactly. It's on to the regular season. Giovanni says, Mr. Fox, did you add some LED lighting to the studio? No, I didn't. I have some bright lights that I have to move around that are like really, really strong. And then I just have the regular old like LED lights. And I had to like tune down the other ones because they were just too bright on me. So yeah, I don't know if that's better. So you guys be the judge of that. They just want the game to be over with. Louis 714 says, Artie, go find Nevin. He might know where it's at. Also, hey Artie, love the calls. You are something. Let's see. He's like, James, have you ever played baseball? He's offering you a contract. Artie, can you stroke my honk nice and slow? I bet you if he was drunk enough, he would just touch you in the... let's see. Now it's a Land Rover commercial who had a stroke. I give Angels players a little more credit. They are a 500 team. Then fuck out is 175. Also, Robert says if you don't have talent, you have at least have to have baseball smarts. This team outside of Ohtani's otherworldly talent just doesn't match up to elite teams. No talent and no smarts and no coaching. That's dead on right there. That's a dead on comment right there. That's perfect. Let's see. Damn, I got to catch up to all these comments. I'm way behind here. Sorry about that. Let's see. James, have you ever played ball? I already said that one. Like, Hanky Panky says Phil Nevin for manager of the year. Suarez is the most improved. Rendon for comeback player of the year. Hey, Artie Moreno, didn't you come out in the movie Weekend at Bernie's? 10 years, $500 million. How's it feel to be an Angel? Todd, are you taking calls? Yes, Dank, I am. You can call in 714 598-3221. I'll take that one right now. Hey, Todd, I'm not sure if you will be able to attend the game on the 19th because of my broken ankle. I have to see. Let me know, man, because I could always put my tickets up if anything. Honest question, Todd, do you think Seattle's series broke the team? Robert says, no, I just think we suck. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, so guess what?
Yes.
I don't know any of my classes yet, so I don't have school for a whole week maybe.
How'd you get away with that?
Because I'm trying to figure it out right now, because I don't know if I'm going to do online or go back to my school. And so my teacher's like, emailing me like, yeah, I'll see what I can do if you can only have 5 classes. But if he says I can't have 5 classes, I'm going to do online school. But I'll still hype up the team on Friday night and still fucking go relay that shit and hopefully win on Friday night for football.
Well, there you go.
Yes, sir. And drinking Shirley Temple on Friday night.
You're going to be drinking Shirley Temple, huh?
Yeah. And guess what else?
What?
Maybe get a girl this Friday at the first home game. Maybe get a girl.
Well, let's see what happens.
Maybe.
Take a picture. It didn't happen.
Oh, wow. You want me to take a picture of her with her and stuff?
Yeah, why not? Post
yeah,
it.
and then
after you sniff the backpack.
No, after I sniff her hair and stuff, and then take her different stuff and stuff.
Okay, don't go that far.
Sniff her neck.
There you go.
Do the. Oh yeah, you smell nice. You smell nice, girl. You want to maybe go over there in the bathroom or something?
Yeah,
behind the building.
That's
yeah.
That'll get her in the mood for sure.
Yes, sir. And she'll be like, "Oh my gosh, Big Hammer! What the heck?"
Yeah, she's gonna be like, "I wonder why they call you Big Hammer."
And I'll be like, "You want to find out tonight in my room if you come over?" Yeah. So.
All
yeah.
right, well, Big Hammer.
Well, hopefully the Angels win tomorrow, and yeah, I'm super excited to find out whether I get a shortened day at school now, and then if not, I'll go online, and then I'll freaking just keep doing my thing and go to the football games. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go, man.
Okay, go Angels, and hopefully we win tomorrow.
Got it. All right, later.
Later. Oh.
All right, first off, I want to address something real quick. I'm Swayze says, difference is the Rangers are set up to win for the next decade. Cool your tits there, boy. I think the Rangers are good, and they're going to have a 3 to 4 year window with Bruce Bochy, first off. And they are a good team, but it's a little hard for me to take a Rangers fan serious if you're going to come off cocky. Again, you had about a 3 year run right there when you had former Angel players, Molina and Napoli and other guys helping you get to a World Series or two, which you both times blew. But prior to that, you had Nolan Ryan for years and couldn't get into the playoffs. You had all kinds of great players, didn't get in the playoffs. So I would just step back a little bit. Until you win something, I mean, I'm not sitting here like we're the end-all be-all because we got one ring. Trust me. One ring doesn't make you a good franchise. You need at least 2 to legitimatize it. That's how I felt from day one. That's why I wanted the Angels to get back into the World Series as quickly as possible after 2002 when they were like one series away in 2005. Same thing, I think, in 2009 or 10. So it's like I wanted that second ring bad. So I just believe if you can get to – I mean, look, Tampa Bay's been there a couple times already. They're 0 for 2 as well. So – and they're a good franchise. I know we've had 9 years of futility. If you want to throw that in our face, that's great. But to say you have a decade set up is not really – I mean, look, your farm system ain't much. You got all your best talent on the field. They happen to be mostly healthy all year outside of DeGrom and the other pitcher that went down, but he's going to come back. So, I mean, you guys got a good staff. You made the right trades. The bullpen still, I mean, I'm still not shooken on that. I mean, Will Smith has not been pitching the greatest. That's why Atlanta let him go in the postseason. You got what you got with Chapman, and then you got Saborts or whatever the fuck his name is. And you got some weapons offensively. Diaz and freaking, what is it? God, I always forget his fucking name. Corey Seager. And then you got Simeon. So you got some players in John and stuff like that. But can that carry you? I don't think so. I think next year is your year. So, you can come off cocky. I'm just saying, I just, pump the brakes a little bit. I think you guys get to the playoffs this year. It's a nice little story. You get bounced pretty quick. And then next year, you load up. I think just having Bruce Bochy on the bench, seeing what he could do, you're going to get some free agents coming over to Texas. Mark my words. They'll be good. And you're going to be a pain in our ass next year. Then you could probably talk once they get a little further. Let's see. Also, and I love how you come into the chat like just all like aggressive too. You know, you do know it's an Angels thing, but it is what it is. Let's see. Halo Joe says the season's not even starting next opening day. What is the future of this team? We're 3 years away from now. It's embarrassing. Dude, who knows? How Ohtani goes is how we're going to be for the future for sure. Let's see. Booze is how I cheer James. Let's see. Giovanni says I'm honking my honk with the Jordan Adams. Boy, he's just not been good, dude. He's just been a disappointment, unfortunately. Also, only one way to rock bottom, and that's further down into Earth's core. Yeah, we are slipping through the what is it called? The crevices as we speak. Let's see now. Let's see. James says Adams had an Adele outfield plate. Sadly tonight. Great effort though. Ryan says gossiping about Wander's love life is more interesting than the Angels' impotent offense. Let's see. Now the Rays have to spend money for his legal defense funds. It's probably going to be more than than what they're paying their payroll. Let's see. A horse needs to go to management, bro. Also, the never-ending story. No, not that one. Absolutely not. Let's see. Don't waste your money on this loser-ass team. Oh, thank you very much. Also, why bother if you're Trout? Alfonso says all we have is lame donkeys. Let's see. Also, protest outside the stadium wearing a Farrell's hat. Trout is busy checking out the development at the golf course. He sure is. Let's see. Riot at Angel Stadium. Hanky Panky says, wearing my Squid City Connect right now. Don't go to sleep on my Halos. The season starts tomorrow. This was Roger Lodge again, for all those who haven't heard it before. His awesome take on this 2023 season.
Call me a bootlicking houseman all you want. I don't give a damn. Don't go to sleep on my Halos in 2023. It's going to be one heck of a year for Angels baseball.
Tony No Bags needs to be shut down for the rest of the year. Don't really care to see that guy. He's number 6 to us. I hate that guy with a passion. Alphonse also saying, until you spend on scouting and better facilities, things won't improve. Exactly. You got to take care of the young kids first. The Rangers are a tough nut to crack. However, D's nuts perform better on offense. Grillmaster, what are we going to do with you? I mean... And I can't even find that one right there.
These nuts. Got him.
Grillmaster says, Bally's, cue the home run. That's annoying. Let's see, Mike Trout playing Friday? I don't think so. Squid was the only one who spoke at the press conference and stated a win is possible had he played. Braves 2023 champs. I think you're right, Alex. That team is really built good. Paper bag on the head. I think that should be September. Let's tank for draft picks, Colin Coward. Let's see, Angels 2023 World Series champs, sponsored by 714 Tickets. Alfonso says, go Niners. Ah, hell no. No Niners. Let's see, also, let's see, where did I see? Let's see, whole coaching staff needs to go, that's for sure. Alfonso, Nevin for manager of the year, Suarez for most improved, Rendon for comeback player of the year. Yeah, right. We need to pray for Jabu. Big 20 has a higher chance of getting lucky than the Angels making the playoffs. Exactly. If he can't get lucky this year. See, thank God Eric says the Mariners won 10-8. Let's see. Also, Wendy sounds good right now. Wendy's not. Oh, geez. Doing online classes in 2023. Crazy. Hey, I know that dude. Shirley Temples for sure. This kid gives me blue balls, Eddie says. Giovanni says, spare me. Try to get the bomb to be dropped on Phil, and maybe Chris Hansen can get to talk to Nevin. Bruh, trying to bust the Biden and sniffer. He sure is. Big 20, don't be the Hunter Biden. Don't fuck up what you get caught. Let's see, Hammer addicted to sex. Stop it and get some help. He's got some emotional damage. Well, first he's...
How dare you?
Emotional damage.
Artie says, hey, Hammer, know any hot chicks? Rangers are good, but they won't be playing when it's important. Exactly. Also, Rangers won't match up well with a handful of teams that are out there in the postseason. Corey Seager is the greatest hitter of all time. That's according to Joe Madden. Also, it's not big feat to steamroll the Angels. Okay, Rangers? Yeah, everybody steamrolls us for sure. Rangers are early, and let's see if they if they're there like is often. Well, if they're there as often. Balls, and Corey Seager.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Corey Seager. When they have the winter meetings, Perry will be a joke. Everyone will be laughing at the Angels. Cesar Lopez says balls, and the fifth of Jim Beam.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Fifth of Jim Beam. Let's see. Also, I want balls, and a damn run.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
a damn run. Roger is such a baseball expert. Why isn't he on for TBS, Fox, or the MLB Network? He actually said the other day that he's the most famous celebrity sportscaster. Yeah, right. Grill Master Bobby Flay at it again. Let's see. James says close the grill. Narian says tomorrow Detmer's going to throw a no-hitter when the season starts tomorrow. Let's fucking go. By the way, I'm the one from Nepal watching baseball for the first time this year. And I'm sorry you have to watch this team, Narian. What a year to watch us. But at least the season starts for you tomorrow.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Grill think a TV celebrity on the Food Network. If you guys want to call in again, it's 714-598-3221. We'll take a couple quick phone calls. On a night where the Angels lose again, and they've been outscored 42-11 on the Texas two-step. So I think they've been in an accident offensively.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie.
Call Jacob. I don't know if it makes you, like, I've lost weight, so that's good, but all those Burger King commercials and the fact that they're 2 for $6. Whopper. And then we can't even buy win.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Wow, winning.
That's what we haven't played in a while. Like, when we win, it's like, hell yeah, we won tonight.
Wow, winning.
Like, we're surprised. Like, wow, winning. And Charlie Sheen says that for us, but nope. I got stuff. I got the stuff Roger takes before I go to therapy. You got the good right there. James says it's very bad take. Joe. Oh my God, what a night! What a night! Another loss tonight, and I mean, are they going to break out tomorrow? I don't think so, because we're going streaking the wrong way.
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
I think what's going to happen next year, it's going to test all of you Angel fans if we're going to come back. Uh-oh, anonymous. That's got to be a good phone call. It's the Halo Hotline.
Oh, hey, Mr. Fox. How you doing?
All right, how are you?
This is Perez, Giovanni.
Oh, what's up,
First
Giovanni?
Time caller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
Why are you nervous for it?
Oh, I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, you're good, man. Come on, man. We're not a network. We're good.
And also, I'm a proud and enthusiast of the honkism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did see that message earlier. Was that sarcasm?
No, yeah, because a little bit of both. Because I'm not who am I kidding? I am a honk, and but I do like baseball. I mean, I did play my throughout high school. I mean, not my senior year, but can you do a quick shout out to Coyote Buena Park Coyotes?
Hell yeah! Shout out to the Buena Park Coyotes. That's for sure. High school, man. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. But anyway, the Los Angeles Angels of the Western Hemisphere of SoCal, of LA, of California.
Yeah.
Stop being around the bush.
I think they should put that on the front of the jersey for sure.
Just give it to me. Give me a break to me. What do we gotta do?
Give you a what?
Just what do we gotta do? Like
I said before, man, it starts and ends with freaking Shohei, and then where they go from here, directional wise, is I have no idea. Because at least if we had a new owner, we were going to expect that they were going to throw everything at Ohtani, and if they don't get him for whatever reason, they can't convince him to stay under new ownership and everything else, then the new owner would try to make a splash with the fans and try to get the fans on his side or her side by just spending a shit ton of money in free agency and making the right trades. And, you know, you would have saw something like that. But with Artie back, I don't know, man. Like your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a honk, so I was like, when the Shohei Ohtani trade was on the table, I was like, if he does it, then, you know, like we could start a whole new team, like build around Neto, you know, young players, Joyce, maybe Adams, or just like, you know, young players like that we have, like Ohapi once he comes back. I mean, it would have been pretty nice, you know, nice rebuild, maybe clean house, fire everyone. But I'm just, you know, I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it just would have been cool either way. But at the same time, you know, it's cool that we have Shohei Ohtani because that's where I started. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm a honker, and I started really. I've always been, my family. My brother's a Angels fan, so he's always been part of the Angels. Like, he was watching them live, 2014 when they disappointed him. But I wasn't really like you know, watching baseball like that.
Well,
but
the first step to recovery is admitting what you have. So you're admitting you're a honk. Now that's the first step. Now we're gonna try to get you over some realism and try to, you know, it's okay to boo and it's okay to be upset. That's what we want to preach here. Just be a realist, and it's okay to honk your honk, dude. We all do it. You just can't be full on honkish like, hey man, we got 20 games left. We're 21 out. We got this.
Oh, no, I'm always like that. I'm with Roger Lodge.
Oh, come on. You were making progress.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's funny because that one time you're like, I remember one time on the podcast, you're like, it's going to be the last game where there's no chance we're below 500, and you're just going to be like, the season starts tomorrow with one game left in the season.
Yeah, exactly.
Just call in to Roger Lodge.
I've got that planned, and I've got something planned for the final homestand versus Oakland, where the Halo Honk is going to be asking for playoff tickets a game before the end of the season.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'll be at the ballpark just trolling.
I just want to protest outside with one of those. I want to see. They should start selling one of those. You know, the hats that one of those ushers wears.
Oh,
the Pharaoh's hat. Yeah, they should sell those at the team store. I would wear those, but outside the stadium, like protesting proudly.
Yeah,
not telling people not to buy tickets and not buy park at Nobles.
I would just love to have a fan base united to where we could get some shirt, because I know about 3 or 4 shirt dealers that are huge Angels fans that approached me when we were making our shirts, like, hey, we could do better quality. And I'm like, well, hey, you know, we're just starting out and stuff. But it's like, man, we could get these guys.
For sure buy one of those.
Yeah, because we're like, hey man, we can get these guys to make some, you know, mass production shirts and get 1,000 or 2,000, maybe 3,000 fans show up with Sell the Team Artie, you know, and make a statement, because that's the only way they're gonna see it. I mean, it's the futility. We're tired of this bullshit, you know, and it's just it's never gonna be like we're gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, you know, like we have the Dodgers to the north, and they're always going to put pressure on us. They're always going to laugh at us, and we, you know, as fans, we don't like that.
The Dodgers of the Los Angeles Correctional Facility.
Yes, of Brooklyn. Yes.
Yes.
So I'm just tired. I'm tired of it, man. I really just want to get back to the offs, or get back to the postseason, and it's going to take a huge group of people to rally the troops and the fan base. I mean, Oakland's got a common goal. Yeah. Whether they have honks or not, they're working together because they just want to keep the team. You know, they have a common goal. And I think if we can get honks together and realistic fans together and say, look, we just want to win, and put a statement out there. So, I don't know. I think it'll be easier to do it next season. If Ohtani's gone and this team's a train wreck and they're just patching things together, you watch, it might actually work next year. We might be able to have a couple statement games next year where we have big time attendance with people protesting. It might work, dude. If this team is gutted next year for no reason, or it just looks hapless and hopeless again, I think Angel fans are almost to the point where they're like, we've had enough. They're getting close.
Yeah, and I think with the rebuild, first things first.
I love you.
What was
I'm
that?
sorry about that. I'm sorry. That was my shipmate.
Your shipmate?
Yeah, I'm in the Coast Guard.
Oh, okay. You guys tell each other you love each other when you're on the ship, or what? So you guys aren't exactly saving people at this moment, are you?
Not right now. Yeah.
Watch, there's probably someone drowning like 200 feet away, and I'm like just totally taking your attention away.
No. There's people working right now.
Okay.
But yeah, first thing first, to change to Anaheim Angels. None of this Los Angeles Angels once Artie's gone. Because everyone knows we're nowhere near Los Angeles, and not even I guess you could say the greater area of Los Angeles, but
well, we're teaching our kids in the Orange County school district that LA is in Anaheim. So another good notch in his cap here. Artie Moreno teaching the young kids, like, hey, Los Angeles extends to Orange County.
Well, he's got drive. Give him that.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair me.
All right, well, good call, man. And
all right, Mr. Fox, can you mind taking off your cap, because I want to see what's in hold for my future, because like you said, this team does get me stressing sometimes. I just want to see, I'm accepting my fate already, so I already wear a lot of hats.
I suggest that you do so, because when they tell you when you're young, even if your dad has the whole, balding spot like my dad did, he had the crown, and people would be like, hey, you're going to lose all that hair. And I had long hair, dude. I had like the Jim Halpert hair from and longer from The Office. So it's like, I had some gorgeous, luscious hair, but my hair tapped out when I lost a bet. I shaved it and never came back right. So I just shave it now. You got to embrace the baldness, buddy. There it is.
Wait, you shaved it like with the razor?
Yeah.
Razor shaved?
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Brother. No, I've shaved my head multiple times because I've just done it. But it's gone back. It's the corners are going. I'm accepting my fate, but maybe one day I'll go to Turkey.
No, you got to shave it, bro, unless you tattoo it and become really vain. Because if you don't shave it, it'll get or if you do shave it, it'll come in. You know what I mean? Like on the sides, you'll be able to see where you're missing hair, and it's not cool. I just shave it to the skin to where it'll last for like 2 days, and I have to do it. That's the only annoying thing.
Oh, brother,
yep.
I refuse.
Well, it seems like you have a lot of downtime as a Coast Guard guy. I'm just saying.
No, it's because our boat's being repaired right now, and we're just kind of waiting for it to get out of dry dock, and we're up here in Washington. So, when we are underway, I try to watch the Angels, like snippets of the Angels game, sneak it in here and there. But yeah, they were doing good in the beginning. Like they really got my hopes up. I was like cheering on in the galley or wherever, like on the freaking up on the deck, like where I can get service. And I was like they were doing really good in the beginning, how they were doing, and then
they like to tease.
Everyone started getting injured. Yeah. What was that?
They like to tease. So.
Oh yeah, they like strip tease, sneak peek, and then pull it out right when you're about to.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but yeah, they were doing good. And now they have all this downtime watching the Angels game. I'm just. Oh, brother, spare me. Just like how someone said, just end it off already.
Yeah, it would be nice just to do what you do when you're playing video games when you're younger and you could simulate the season. That'd be nice right now. But
yeah.
All right, bro. Well, stay safe
good.
Up there, man. Good call.
All right. Yeah. Sorry for taking time. All right.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Someone else.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, later.
All right, later.
All right, that's our Coast Guard Giovanni from up there. Mateo says, Todd, I will let you know Thursday if I'll be able to attend a game or not. Yeah, let me know, dude, because they don't really have too many wheelchairs there, but I'd push you around if you needed it there. Gooby was also talking about the Eagles during the game too. Sports News says, imagine being the coach shouting at the players, acting like a leader when in reality it's your fucking fault. Exactly, Sports News. Artie says, I'm not going anywhere. Artie is a one-man party, is here to stay. He should call in tonight. We need him to call in for sure. We need Artie Moreno. Lizzo losing weight was more productive than the Angels offense in the last 2 days. Let's see. Also, our World Series was at 25-1 beat down of the Rockies. Yeah, we didn't even beat the Dodgers this year like, normally we would, and have that be our World Series. Let's see. You beat the team 25-1 and you took 3 of their players, Mario says. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hello, is this ToddFox?
This is ToddFox.
Hi, this is Eddie, first-time caller.
Oh, what's up, Eddie? How's it going? 2 first-time callers, not bad. How you doing?
Yeah, well, I just started watching your podcast at the beginning of the season, and what really attracted me to it was the fact that you were the only person that has realism, doesn't stroke their honk all day, like some people that I know, Rush, and that other guy, the bootlicking honk licker, whatever his name is.
Roger Lodge, yeah.
Yeah, can you explain to me what a bootlicking, whatever the hell that is?
Oh, a house. Oh, basically, it's actually a pretty derogatory term. From how I interpreted it, it's sort of like a guy who is a servant, and like he's no matter what the master says, the master the servant does. So it's like one of those.
Oh, like a teacher's pet or something like that.
Yeah, or like a slave. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
Like no matter what your master says, hey, it's this way, and you're like, yes, sir. And you're just
okay.
wagging your tail, your proverbial tail, because no matter what he says is what is right. So that's why he called.
Yeah.
We coined it like 2 or 3 seasons ago. I called him a bootlicking houseman, and I guess it got back to him.
Yeah, I was listening to that one on Trey Rush when they said that. But like I said, I used to listen to Trey Rush only, and then I found you. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's way better because he's right up my alley.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I like to just give a little back explanation of my villain arc story.
Okay.
So I became a fan, and I started following them in 2011. When they were decent, then they made that rush in the 2014 season, and it just shattered me. It really did. Getting swept 3 games, seeing 27 just producing nothing for the team, and that's when I became a realist. And I just I'm with James. I heard him say at the beginning of the season that this team's going to be nothing but a 500 ball team again.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. I knew it from the bat that this team wasn't going anywhere.
Well, see, you had more realism than me at the time. Like I said, dude, I was thinking maybe 92, 93 wins. I think that was my official prediction. So I feel pretty dumb now, but when you saw how they started too, I mean, again, like you said, 2014 seems like an eon ago. But that was a huge letdown because we were one of the best teams in baseball, and it seemed like everything they were doing that year looked so easy. And with the emergence of Trout, you're like, dude, this team's going to win for a long time. Boy, were you wrong.
Exactly. Exactly. What you see this kid, this young white kid, just rookie of the year talent, generational talent, come up and you finally get into the game that matters most in MLB.
Mm-hmm.
And then all that just to get swept. What the fuck?
Yeah, and there was a lot of talent, a lot of veteran talent on that team, and so you were thinking, I knew the Royals were going to be tough. I just didn't think they were going to be that good, And obviously they won the next year. If it wasn't for the Giants being so good, they should have won back to back. That was a really underrated Royals team, and I thought we were going to beat them in 5 or whatever. I didn't think we were going to get swept.
Exactly. I was I'm just gonna be honest, I was honking my honk to the max that year, and I thought we were going to win it all.
Yeah, that was a tough year, and it just sucks that After this season, it's 9 seasons, and then we have no idea what year 10 is going to be. We don't there's no direction, because even the guys and gals we got covering this team, nobody's getting any kind of answers of what the future is, and then the owner and the general manager aren't going to tell you the same things they've told you the whole season, which is, oh yeah, we're going to win it, we're in it for Ohtani. It's like, I don't know about that.
I wanted to bring something else about that, Ohtani. I was listening to the Angels Win podcast with Victor Rojas. I don't know if you listen to that guy, and he brought up something that kind of made sense. He was saying basically like the reason Artie and Parody and trade Ohtani was because they have a marketing deal that if they have to keep Ohtani in order for them to keep the advertising deal or something like that, or else if they trade him, the deal's off. Something like. Did you listen to that?
No, I didn't hear that one. I heard the one before it. I've listened to that podcast sparingly. It's all right. It's decent. I know we haven't been on. We've been hit and miss lately because they produce the shows like once a week, but we were doing like twice. But I didn't hear.
Yeah, like on Sundays.
Yeah, I didn't hear their I didn't hear his take on that, the advertising, but it makes sense. I mean, because a lot of people have been saying behind closed doors they're trying to milk him for everything he brings. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, where they really fucked up is, trying to build your, just trying to build around a guy when he's not even locked up. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if they would have did this 2 seasons ago and started and shown them, hey, we're going to stick around, we're going to try to win, and then maybe you fail then, but then you have last year to fall back on with him, adding more pieces, and you do it again. Maybe this year is a team where it's going to be respectable. But they do it on the last year of his contract. Like, they literally let him float around like him and Trout, and they really don't add too much, and they keep pointing back to, Rendon was the answer. That was the guy we got to help him. It's like, bro, you've been needing pitching for this entire time, and then like they're depending on Ohtani to be the ace, so he becomes the ace, he becomes the MVP, but you don't add anything else around him, and you're hoping Sandoval and these other guys fall into a 2 or 3 spot, but they've all shit the bed. So again,
exactly.
Even if you're trying to get him won over by impressing him, he's going to be like too little, way too late.
And another person that did the same thing, a little too late, is Trout, because he's just regressing year after year. Can't even keep up to MLB fastball these days.
Yeah, it's sad. That is so sad.
Yeah.
And then what we know about his work ethic, it shows on the field. You gotta tune your game. I mean, other greats that have passed that are Hall of Famers, they adjust as they get older, and I maybe the game is gonna pass him by if he doesn't freaking adjust.
Yeah, that's why I think they should just tear it down completely to the studs.
I wish
get rid of Trout. Yeah, exactly. I wish they could. And honestly, I wish, like you mentioned it multiple times, I wish Disney we could somehow bring Mickey Mouse back to the ownership.
Yeah, they would have done something with this team, no doubt in my mind. We wouldn't have.
Yeah, even the logo was better.
What's that?
Yeah. I said even their logo was better, just everything.
Yeah, I mean, and there was that relationship that a lot of people forget. Like Gene Autry had a really good. With the God, what was his name? The guy before Iger, a couple guys before Iger that was running Disney. He had a really good relationship with everyone Disney, and that team did stuff for Disneyland. Disneyland did promotions for the Angels, and there was just this handshake agreement that Autry started years ago, and then for the first few years after the sale, it was really nice, and then when Artie got him, Artie abruptly stopped all that Disney shit. So
yeah, it's just I don't know, like it's not, it's really not too late for it to sell the team. Like what do you lose? Like just a couple millions? That's nothing to Artie. I mean, the team's still worth a couple billion.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, he did the same thing. I just read an article about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan bought the Charlotte Bobcats.
With the Hornets.
Yeah, he bought them for $200 million. They turned into the Hornets. He only made the playoffs 2 times with them in his 13 years as owner. He's going to turn around and sell that team for $2.5 billion. So that's almost the same cash out that Artie spent less than he did. And he could have got 3 point something this year. So I don't know what it's going to look like with Ohtani gone. So,
well, that's all I had, and I wanted to say you have a lot of interesting characters on your show. Yeah, like that guy, that kid that always gives me blue balls when he calls in, talking about how he has blue balls.
Oh, Big Hammer, yeah.
And that new character you added to the show is a nice addition, the Artie Moreno guy.
Yeah, I mean, he just sort of calls in when he wants, so it's like, all right, man. Like last night, I was talking with Grill, and I'm like, well, we can't turn down this call. Let's merge them together.
There's another one too that hasn't called in a while. You said he sounded like Kid Rock. You said he's like, well, I don't know who that guy was, but talking about building a barn with Shohei Ohtani or something like that.
Yeah, you just never know, man. Because I'm not like Trent Rush and these other guys. I don't screen the calls like. So yeah. So whoever calls in, it's sort of like calling roulette. You know what I mean? Like, well, whatever. Let's see who we get now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, I appreciate the call, my man. You call in anytime.
All right, thank you.
All right, brother. All right, that's I think Eddie right there. Let's see. There's a lot of semen moving around that ship. Still waiting for Artie to call in. Hayes says I can grow a nice set of hair, but I legit always buzz my hair around a 1 or a 2. Makes it a little easier. Yeah, but I'm telling you, don't wear hats because hats will keep especially if you play for some reason other than play baseball. Oh, here goes Eric. It's the Halo Honk Line.
Oh, yeah, guys. Here today from the Hounds. I'm going to resign Phil Nevin to a 10-year deal, and also I'm going to bring myself back.
So you're playing Artie right now. You're going to sign Phil.
What's going on, Todd?
I'm good. How about you, man?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Well, it looks like your team at least gave you a scare tonight, but you still held on, right?
Yeah, we held on all right. I mean, but wow.
Well, I didn't realize Toronto's getting hot right now. So you guys are still sitting a game and a half out?
What is that?
Yeah, or you guys are still 2 out, and Toronto's right there with Houston. Houston's 4. Man,
I don't know, buddy. It's gonna be close.
It's gonna be close, but I will say this though, Eric. I mean, the way you guys played for about 70% of the season, I gave you guys no chance, and now you guys are sitting there 9 games over 500. So you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy with how things are looking.
Yep.
And then, so how in the world is this going to get better? Because this is getting out of hand.
I don't think, like I said the other night, bro, like we went from, like, I'm looking at the run differential, right? The Angels were a plus, I want to say 57 not too long ago. They're now minus 20. They've been outscored 42-11. They're home 31-28. They're road 28-34. They're just a very underperforming team. They deserve the record they got. Cleveland's going to likely, or Ohio's likely going to pass them. They're only a game back. They're done. Yeah. They're absolutely done. We won't know what this team's going to be like until we find out what's Ohtani's going to be like moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, and I the more I think think about it, Toronto, is that considered West Coast or East Coast?
That's East Coast.
Okay, so that would probably be, if he's looking at West, I would probably say Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona, and Dodgers and possibly Padres. Those would be the teams to really look at.
Yeah, I think you said, if he wants to stay on the West Coast, it would be your team, the Padres and Dodgers. Giants, I don't think he'd go to Frisco. I don't think Frisco would be able to pony up for him. But I'm scared because I don't want to see him in a Dodger uniform. Like I can pretty much take him on Seattle if he goes to Houston. Like a lot of people are like, oh, don't go to Houston. I wouldn't really care. I'd just be like, dude, just please don't go to the Dodgers. To me, that would ruin baseball for me personally. Probably a lot of other Angel fans too.
Yeah, because I mean that the one thing that you don't need is you. I mean, and then, oh wow, he wouldn't dare pick Texas, would he?
I don't think so. All I know is that it just depends on how much he wants to win. And see, even if he goes, like, say for instance, who do you think, Eric, all those years watching Mariners baseball, who do you think is their biggest rival?
You know, I don't know. I mean, we got some pretty big ones. I would say probably Astros would be right up there. Angels would be up there. Yankees could be up there range. I mean, you know, I'm just going to say either Angels or Yankees. Yeah.
Yes. See, because if he goes to, like, say for instance, like, that's our, like, I know the Dodgers aren't in our division. A lot of Angel fans like to say, you know, I don't count them as a rival, but as a SoCal rival, you know, like, because we only play them a couple times a year. But you hate losing to them. They hate losing to us. They're just sometimes too proud to admit it. Seattle doesn't have that locale. Like, say, for instance, if it were like basketball when they had the Sonics, they hated Portland. Portland hated them. And I think if in Major League Baseball had a Portland team, I think you guys would be huge rivals. Just like how in hockey, Seattle is becoming a rival with Vancouver because you're so close.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And
you don't have that regional team up there.
I didn't hear that maybe are they going to expand in baseball soon?
Within the next 4 years, I'm told what they're gonna do is they're gonna solve the Vegas problem. If they're gonna if the A's are gonna move, Tampa's got to get a new stadium. As soon as those two things are dealt with, you're gonna see expansion likely in Nashville, Portland, or Montreal. But I know number one right now is Nashville, and possibly Orlando as well. So there's like 4 really good cities that are ready for baseball.
Yeah, I think probably Vegas and Portland, I think, would be, if Portland gets one, that would be amazing.
I'll tell you this, if Portland gets a team, from what I heard, they're going to do a realignment, and so you would have the Mariners, Portland, Vegas, the Angels, and they would go to 4 teams. It would be those 4 teams. So we would lose Texas and Houston. They would go to the Central.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that would be very interesting. And if the Angels couldn't win that division, you know we suck.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So yeah, that's what I think. That's what Major League Baseball wants to do. They want to have 4 teams per division, and they want to have it like football. So you're going to have 4 teams in the American League, or 4 divisions in the American League, 4 in the National League, and all with 4 teams.
Yep. And then I see that San Francisco won tonight versus Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest with you, Tampa Bay, they got a lot of things to be worried about right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's particularly Franco. He's got a lot on his plate that he's really going to have to deal with it.
They've had a bad second half, and now, like you said, all the stuff they've got going on. They had another injury tonight, plus they had obviously the legal issues there. They could be falling apart right in front of us. Toronto's only 5 games back of them, or 4.5 actually. So they're dropping a lot of games while Baltimore's pulling away.
Yep, and to be honest with you, I mean, I'm not really. I was very happy when Kevin Cass suspended that kid earlier this year, because I thought that it was going to help him out and get his mind to a point where he realized, wait a minute, I got to really focus here. I got to buckle down. This is a lot more difficult than the first scenario.
Well, all I know is it's we don't know the full story yet. They're still investigating, but it doesn't look good. And if that's the kind of guy he is, he can't be in baseball. That's disgusting.
If you can do that, then you're done.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like when players hit their wives or their girlfriends and stuff. Should just ban them. Should just ban them. Is what it is.
And I have no issues with that because I got a mother doing a niece, and if one of my favorite players did that, believe me, I'd be going off the rails myself.
Yep, absolutely, Eric. So, all right, brother. Well, you take care up there, man, and we'll get at it tomorrow. I'm sure we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, buddy.
All right, brother.
Bye.
See you. That's Eric right there. Let's see. You guys still talk about the haircut. Let's see. Also, at 35, I got real familiar with a Norwood scale. It's been a slower process for me and than most, but still. Oh, here we go. It's the Halo Honk line.
I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. Hey, Raj, how you doing?
This isn't Raj. This is ToddFox.
Oh yeah, this is my new best friend, ToddFox. I don't hang around Roger anymore because he likes John Stamos and all that hair.
Well, you have look for being, how old are you now? Like 75, 74, something like that?
74. Who's counting? I feel 29 years young. I could party with them all. I'll party with Hammer if I gotta.
Yeah, but Hammer is like, again, he has younger, females. That's too young for you.
Oh, let me tell you a story about when I was Hammer's age. Hammer, if you're listening, take some notes. I hope you can write.
I don't know.
I got. This was way back in the 80s. I had a hotel room, and man, I used to have girls in and out of that room all day.
Really?
It was insane. Oh yeah, I do that all the way up until today. They still come looking for the A train.
The A train.
That's what they call me. Just last week. Let me tell you a story, Todd. Let me tell you a story. Shh.
Okay.
Just let me tell you. Okay, here we go. I'm clearing my story. Hold on a second. Oh, excuse me. Anyway.
Do you have to mop the floor with all that slobber first off?
I'll tell you what. I almost slipped. I got salt stains on my hush puppies. So, this is like a week ago. I was in a hotel room.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, they leave those
little circle tans on your feet. It looks like I got a disease. It's not attractive. Anyway, I was in a hotel room entertaining this broad.
Okay.
And I told her, hey, I know a game. Let's play take our clothes off. And we started going at it. I mean, she was an animal. She said, I'm on the A train. Woo-hoo! And she was going for it. So we were, I mean, it was borderline violent. We were crashing into furniture and we were just going at it. We actually went through the wall into the next room. Revealing the next, we actually busted through the drywall, revealing in the next room, who I didn't even know was there, a furiously masturbating grill master. How he was next door and knew what room I was in beyond me, but he was there. I told him, hey, man, that's unsanitary. And then me and the girl left.
Wait, well, first off, aren't you married?
What?
Aren't you married?
Yeah, I told you, though, she's cool. And as long as I come home before 11, she's cool, bro.
Okay, well, first off, was it really dark? Because how did you know he was furiously masturbating? He also makes he makes custom sausages.
I smell that in the room. I was like, who's grilling and chilling in here? But he had all these LED lights going on, and he had a disco ball hanging from the ceiling. I don't know what. There was even this guy on the corner with a red ball in his mouth, and he was handcuffed. I don't know what was going on.
Oh, shit. Wait a
minute. It was out of control.
So
it even turned me off. I told the girl, go home. I don't even want to finish.
R. Martinez said, did you bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid man? Like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. It was more like a Hawaiian punch, though. Right through the drywall. I mean, we had white powder.
Right in the kiss.
Hey, let me tell you. I don't know if you knew this, but drywall's made of gypsum. You know what gypsum is? I bet you didn't know what gypsum was. Well, that was all over us. It was, I mean, we looked like powdered donuts. Powdered donuts. We just right through. And to our shock and amazement, we look up, and there he is in all his glory. Smacking the rally monkey like a crazy person.
Well, first off, I heard that you don't authorize the rally monkey, so you must not have liked that.
No, it pissed me off. I ain't a new mascot, but I don't know who to hire anymore. I think Phil Nevin will fit the bill.
I think Johnny B. Good says Artie sounds like he's describing his relationship with or how Nevin describes his relationship with Velasquez. Are you fond of Velasquez?
Who?
Squid.
I'm very fond of him.
You are? Why?
I don't know. He's a fun kind of guy.
You like how he dresses? Did you dress like Squid at 78 or whatever you are?
Oh, that guy. Let me tell you, that guy's he's sharp as hell. That guy irons after he irons. Let me tell you, that guy's got creases. I didn't even know he could put creases there. The man is amazing. He brings new meaning to the word squid.
I didn't know you could bring a new word or meaning to squid.
Well, hey, he does. Let me tell you, it gets deeper, but I told him I'd keep that secret, so.
Big 20.
Let's veer away from that.
Well, real quick, Big 20 is real happy. He's saying powdered donuts. So you like the term powdered donuts, huh?
You like powder? You like powder donuts, Big 20? What do they call you Big 20 for? Let me give you Grillmaster's phone number. I'm sure he loves Big 20. The Big 2-0, baby. Woo! Hey, what do you think about that Angels win today, huh?
They lost today, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was watching YouTube reruns. I was cheering because the fans were storming the field But that was 1979.
Yes.
When they made, I thought the uniforms looked funny.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, sorry, I mixed them. Sometimes I mix them up. I was drinking this drink. What is it called? I have another one here. It's called Smirnoff Ice Spicy Tamarind.
Tambourine. You know, your Spanish isn't that good for being Hispanic. I'm just saying.
How do you think I got around? I'm a Republican. There's no need for me to speak Spanish.
You know, yeah, you endure yourself to a lot of people. You know, you give back to the community.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I learned a lot of Spanish from my buddy Fernando Mendez. He taught me so much Spanish. I'll tell you, it's fluent now. I could go to Boyle Heights anytime I want and just speak freely amongst the commoners.
Okay, the commoners. I like that. I think they
you
like
like
to
that?
be called that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, nobody there makes as much money as me. Come on, that's just serious.
I'm still waiting for my contract extension on real paper, not a napkin.
Oh, yeah, about that. So, according to my lawyer, it being on a napkin is not legal. So forget that.
Come on, man. You made an offer and I accepted.
Yeah, but it wasn't a real offer. What do you want me to do? Plus, I got to save money up for Nevin's 8-year contract that's coming up.
Oh, jeez.
It's the Nevin era, baby. Here we go. Woo!
Well, I appreciate
It sounded like a Model T starting up.
Yeah, it sure did. You're cranking the engine as we speak. By the way, before I let you go here, you're gonna be watching Matlock, right?
Oh yeah, Matlock, Murder She Wrote. What's my other favorite? Hey, I'll never pass up a Barney Miller episode. Let me tell you. Hey, Grillmaster, Barney Miller. That's a TV show from the 80s. In case you don't know what that is either. The man he's just there's nothing going on there.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. but you know, just keep watching them old shows, and you know, whenever your girlfriend comes over, just try not to go through the because again, if you're doing that kind of stuff at the stadium, that place is old. You're gonna go through the walls, and I guess you what do you use, like Viagra or Cialis? I mean.
Oh, the A train doesn't need any kind of medication. Let me tell you.
It's all Southern Comfort.
Let me tell you. Oh no. As soon as someone comes in and makes the point across that they're interested, little Joey's admiring the chandelier. I'm ready to go, baby.
See, the real, you need to show this to the real fans, because the honks don't know this side of Artie Moreno.
Hey, the honks line my wallet. I love those people. Bring on the honks.
All right, well, you'll have 20,000 for sure next year if this keeps up. So.
Yeah, baby, that's right. Hey, I'm gonna go because there's an episode of Different Strokes on right now, and I want to see what happens to Dudley and Arnold in that back room at the bike shop.
Will you do that?
All right, Todd. Hey, can we hang out with you soon, pal? I'll see you later.
I'll let you know.
All right, cool, man.
All right, clean up on aisle 3, dude. There's probably a lot of puke over there.
All right, bye.
Oh, fucking Artie, dude. Oh. Jeez. Hello?
It's going on for this team. You see this
actually can make contact with set ball and put it in play. And maybe if you don't, rely on the launch angle, you can maybe get a conventional fucking hit.
Shohei Ohtani. Wow. We lost 2 in a row.
You enjoying the baseball, Supra?
No. I hate it. This is hell. What the hell is going on, bro? Man, the last Texas series was the peak of our season.
Mm-hmm.
The first game, that was just peak. Like the peak game. And it just went off downhill. This is just hell, man. Like, what happened, man?
They kept referencing that during the game, saying, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be what do you call it? They had such a great series versus Texas, and they did really good. That kind of propelled them into a winning streak. And you can't say anything like that. They look horrible in these first 2 games.
Yeah, they need better. This is not a bad team on paper. You know why? Because the fucking coaches are bad. That's the problem. You don't have bad players. You have bad coaching. You already can see that by Celso's going to AAA, coming back, and somehow he's the new DeGrom. When he was up here, before he went down, he was pretty mid. Now he's pretty good. It's the coaching, man. Like, we need better coaching. Like, the Marcus Payne is trying to fucking turn everyone to Barry Bonds, even though Ohtani's the only guy who could probably turn to Barry Bonds. No one can hit in his lineup. God damn it. Like, Hunter Renfroe, for example. He should have at least, 25 home runs by now. Now he only saw, 15. You know why? Because of horrible coaching. It's the coaching. Like, how many times do I have to say that to Artie? It's the fucking coaching, man. It's not the team. It's not the players. It's the coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This team has no accountability for. We brought it up many times. They just go out there and free swing it. Again, in preseason, we thought there was gonna be 6 guys with over 20 home runs. It's just not gonna happen, dude. Can't keep them on the field. They're either injured or they're just, like you said, they're swinging for the fences and not making normal contact. And when another pitcher sees that you're swinging for the fences, he's going to throw you shit down or inside and outside and not give you anything to hit. So you can't. Other teams that are patient that we've been playing have been working our pitchers to where they can get stuff to hit. That's how you're supposed to hit. Angels are doing all the wrong stuff.
Yeah, Mickey Moniak, man. I thought he was the next Mike Trout. He came down to earth. You know why? Because the pitchers are not throwing him strikes, and he's still swinging at it. Mickey Moniak was an aggressive player. That's why he had success in the beginning part of the season, because he just swung at everything, and when he got something down the middle, he crushed it. Now, no, he's not getting much pitches down the middle. That's why he's striking out every day. It's not a really good way to play, man.
No, they gotta literally. If we had competent coaches, they would have pulled these guys aside and been like, "Hey, man, we need to talk. We need to work on stuff. This, and that." It's just not happening.
Yeah. Why the fuck did Nevin start screaming at yesterday? He could have done that 2 months ago. We could have been at a better place.
Well, yeah.
Why would he? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Can I go? Yeah, so why would you do that when we're almost over? We only have a 0.5% chance of making a playoff. You could have done that when you had a 25% chance. Maybe we will be still in it. Maybe he wants extension. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
I don't get it, because if you saw when he's yelling up and down the dugout, nobody's getting up. Everyone's just moving around like nothing. They don't respect him, and it shows, dude. It just shows. And like you said, if he does it 2 months ago, it probably makes a difference.
Yeah, no one gives a shit what he has to say, man. Even Ohtani didn't give a shit. He just walked by him who the fuck is this guy talking about, man? we lost a lot of games because of you, man. Like, it's a lot of.
You can be the biggest honk, but these baseball players have followed baseball except Anthony Rendon. So they all know when you're 8 games out of a wild card and there's only about 40 some odd games left, you're probably not going to make it. Your goose is cooked. So anything you're doing right now to try to rally these guys isn't going to work. It's going to fall on deaf ears.
Yeah, like if we're like 4 games back and like we're on the wild card or something and we're like only like 20 or like 30 games in, like sure, we're going to fucking listen to you, but like we're almost done with the season, man. Another disappointing season. I thought this was our year. I was the biggest honk. Like, oh my God, look at this offense, man. Look at this paper. Hunter Renfroe, oh my God, 25 home runs. Jury, 28 home runs. Oh, Mike Trout's gonna be healthy again. 30, 40 home runs. Otani's gonna be Otani. The last case, I hope he's bearable this season. Oh yeah. Urshela, I hope he's a good contact hitter. Now everyone's either I was like honking for what is on the IL, where they fucking suck. Like they're not the player I thought they would be. Like I was like Rempifo. Oh my God, he's gonna be at least a 270 hitter with 20 home runs. What the fuck is he now? He's only a fucking 240 hitter with like 10 home runs. It's not that good, man. Like I was big of a honk, and I will still be a honk if we have good coaches. They could have gotten similar stats if they had competent coaching. Now, because of shitting coaching, we have fucking terrible stats. Like,
well, yeah, and then not only that, like you could tell the way they're losing now. They're losing by multiple runs. It's not like we were losing earlier in the season by a run or two here and there, like the Seattle series, or it's the team slowly giving up. And there was an opportunity there where if you would have changed the philosophy and been like, hey, let's scratch across a run or two. Let's manufacture runs since we're not hitting right now. Let's stop swinging for the fences. Let's change things up. Let's make other teams change to what we're doing. They never did any of that. And I guarantee you a lot of these guys who we got in the trade would be a lot better off with different approaches to the plate, stop swinging for the fences. And the guys that we do have, they would be – we could manufacture some runs and be in games, tie games up, or score late to win them. But we'll never know because they never changed anything that they approached. And if they're going to stick with the same it's like a football team. If a football team's like, hey, man, we're going to run the ball all year, like nothing's going to change. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you follow football super, but the Angels remind me of the New England Patriots when they had Cam Newton. They were just predictable, didn't throw the ball much, ran the ball with Newton a lot, and their offense was very stale, didn't do much. Their defense was good, but sometimes they get blown out because their offense couldn't do nothing. And I'm like, bro, that's the football version of the Angels.
Yeah.
Like the defenses knew what was coming and was easy to stop them.
Oh, yeah. It's like basically Shohei Otani. It's like Shohei Otani, yeah, he's going to hit a home run if you put a pitch he can hit. So let's just walk in and strike him out.
Yep.
And like with the lineup, like yeah, if they get runs, that's yeah, it happens. But like if the Angels, so if I was a Halo honk before I was banned from the Angel community last year, like at the beginning of the season, I was a huge honk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote down what the Angel stats, like the new acquisitions had last year, and I just made a lineup. It was pretty sick. Like I was like honking everything, like Ohapi, and like I wonder what Ohapi could do. Ohapi did a lot of things before he got injured. I was like, I wasn't even talking about Neto though, so that was a shame. But oh man, if the Angels, if the players didn't get injured and had similar stats or the same stats as they did this year, like let's say if I put like the 2022 stats as like 2023 series stats, I'll guarantee you this team will be a playoff team. Like no way we won't make the playoffs.
True.
Yeah, like
it's just frustrating because we'll never know, dude. They're gonna, they underperformed so bad this year.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It has to be a coach. It's like yeah, it's just bad coaching. Horrible coaching.
Exactly. Super.
Except for Shohei Ohtani. Except for Shohei Ohtani, because he doesn't give a fuck about coaches. Like, fuck you, coach. I'm not gonna listen to you because I'm Shohei Ohtani, and fuck you. Basically, that's him. So.
Telling you, and it's not gonna surprise me one bit when he's on another team. It's just not gonna surprise me.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be. Even though I hate to say it, there's a big chance he's going to the Dodgers, man.
I'm telling you, dude, that's gonna kill my 2024. It's gonna literally kill my 2024.
I mean, you can still be an Ohtani fan, but you don't have to be a Dodgers fan. Just say.
No, I can't. I can't do it, dude. He's wearing that
Really?
blue. Fuck him. I hate it.
Oh damn.
I hate it, but because I'm not gonna hate the guy. I'll be that way because there's nothing to hate about Ohtani. It's just the only thing I'll hate is that he's wearing that jersey. You know, like.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like for real. Like he can go to any other team and I will root for him, but if he goes and plays for the Dodgers, I'll sort of be like I got to ignore that. I can't love him for even if he hits like 50 bombs. I can't say, hey man, like I'll do it when his career's over or if he goes to another team. But I can't do it.
How about Freddie Freeman? You still love Freddie Freeman or because he's in blue?
No, I mean I liked him when he was in Atlanta, and I know he's a good guy. I don't really hate him, but I hate he's wearing the blue. So.
Yeah, he shouldn't. He was never supposed to wear the blue. I heard his agent screwed him over. That's what reports say.
Yeah. That's what I think's going to happen to Ohtani. Because, I mean, he wasn't thrilled leaving Atlanta. He loves Atlanta. You saw him when he came back to Atlanta. He was crying. So.
Yeah, if Ohtani is smart, he will go to the Yankees. You know why? It's a pull hitter. I mean, he's now a everywhere hitter. That's why he's hitting a lot. Like, his average is up, like, 30 points from last year. But if he's smart, he will go to the Yankees because one, he would get good protection. If I was smart, I want him to stay the Angels. But if he's smart, if he wants to hit home runs a lot and break just his record and just show that he's the man, I'll sign with the Yankees because it's a short porch. Every line drive will be a home run. Like he's going to be Barry Bonds.
Oh yeah. There's too many easy home runs in that stadium for sure. All
All
right, Supra. Well, we'll probably talk tomorrow after the Angels lose again.
Hopefully, at least Ohtani home runs.
Yeah, he likely will, dude. He's been hitting home runs in the last game of the series, so hopefully he gets one.
Yeah. Imagine. But one more thing before I go. Even though I know I didn't even want Ohtani to be traded because like before the trade deadline, it was pretty good. Angels were pretty good. But imagine he was on the Braves, bro. That's a guaranteed World Series, bro.
Yeah, I still think they're going to make the World Series without him. But if they had him, they would dominate and probably win the next year and the year after.
Yeah, probably would sign Ohtani to a 15-year, $200 million deal.
Yeah, he would definitely close out his career in Atlanta. That's for sure. I think wherever he goes, he's gonna get a deal that's gonna close out his career there.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, man. You have a good day, man.
You too,
Pain
bro.
for loss.
All right, you got it. Later. Yeah, A714 says the same thing. I'm done with baseball if he goes to the Dodgers. Yeah, I don't know how you can, dude. How you could stand it otherwise. It'd be hard because no matter what, when the Angels aren't playing, they'd be, clicking the ballies. Checking in on him. Let's take one more call. It's the Halo Honk line. Are you okay?
That's my description of our offense.
Choking, huh?
Yep. Stop it. Get some help.
You have to do something to choke, first off. So I don't think that's the proper analogy. No hate on your analogy or whatever or your example, but
It's not even that we failed to hit with runners in scoring position. I think we only really had one or maybe two true chances where that happened. I knew we were going to do a little better versus Jordan Montgomery. He's not Max Scherzer, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is ugly to watch. This is all on the hitting coaches. Lucas Giolito could only do so much. So what? He's going to give up a home run. We shouldn't be mad if he does because it's expected in his game. But It's the offense. The offense, nobody is contributing. The only guy that I think is hitting anything is Rengifo.
When he's leadoff, yes.
He has alone. If you're going to keep your shit lineup, I do think LOH is coming back on Friday because he was at the AAA tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Rengifo at leadoff. Second, do you put Moniak there or do you keep him in like 6?
If it were up to me, I'd sit him down for a couple of days and work on his swings and then put him somewhere in the lineup. But if you got to play him and you're not going to sit him and they're going to keep throwing out the same damn, approaches to the plate, yeah, I'd keep him around 6 or 7, dude. I wouldn't put him 2. He's not responding good at the top.
Let's do. And how about Drury second and Otani third?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see because I don't like Otani too. Never liked it.
Yeah, Rengifo, Drury, Otani, fourth CJ. That works. Let's have who was it? Maybe dude. Let's have him that 5th because I don't know where else he'll go.
No, I don't even think you could put him there, bro. He's an automatic out right now too. I mean, he'll get a walk every now and then, but he's like Renfroe status. They're routinely like 0 for 3, 0 for 4.
Basically, everybody's becoming Velasquez. I think I listened on the radio at work. I think Theis is now 5 for his last 46.
Yeah.
And the Chad of a human being, I think, is now 7 for his last 61.
Dude, there has to be something to it. As soon as Neto went down the first time and Velasquez was called up for the first time, I want to know what the record is with Velasquez just on the team. Forget him.
I'll tell you right now, because I know what this is, and I think I even showed you a tweet of it the last time we had Zach Neto and they kept randomly taking him out of the lineup. I'm going to tell you right now, we are at least 10 games under 500. I do not know the exact record. We are at least 10 games under 500 without Zach Neto in the lineup, and I believe we are about 7 to 8 games over 500 when Zach is in the lineup.
Okay, but I want to know the record from the moment we brought him on the roster, because obviously since he's been brought up, whether he plays or not, he's been a part of this roster. He's never gone back down. So
he went down once and then came back up, actually.
Yeah, but it was what, a day or two, and he's right back up again. My point is, since he's injected the cancer into the team, I want to know what the record is, because I swear to God, that dude is such a bad juju for this team, dude. It just felt like this team had, this team had its problems, no doubt. But they seem like they can get over their problems. But as soon as Squid comes here, it's like everything falls apart.
So if Trout and Logan come back, how much better do you think we'll get?
We might score some more runs, but in the end, I mean, it'll be, they might actually have a winning September, but in the end, it's not going to get us nowhere, bro. I mean, they've had too much time off. There's too many missing players that would really make a difference to help this offense get going. And even with them back, you still got the coaching not helping those that are struggling. It's sort of like if a school teacher sees some kids that are always sitting in the back, failing at math, and the teacher, for whatever reason, chooses not to help them, the kids are just going to keep floundering and keep failing, So at some point, the teacher needs to turn it around and focus on them. And that's the Angels. Angels are that teacher that just doesn't want to focus on those kids struggling.
You mean Phil Nevin is that guy that doesn't want to help, or is it Marcus Thames?
It's both of them. And I know they have assistant hitting coaches and all that other stuff that are really not prevalent, but work with a team, when they're actually practicing or they're actually taking batting practice, but they're not working with any of those hitters. I can guarantee you, dude.
Yeah. I would have thought that we still suck because Paul Sereno's still within the organization.
That's probably part of it too. He's probably telling Thames, "Hey man, stick to my game plan."
I love them nachos. I love them nachos. You gotta bring back that old song. I liked it.
Well, I got another one I'm trying to debut. I just haven't had the time to make the video, dude. But
I liked the old one. Wasn't that Randy's graphic?
Yes. We're gonna have brand new graphics for the new season, like the whole shit. So, even the intro. To
hey,
the
when does the new season start?
It starts tonight. You can't
Tell
hear.
him, Roger.
Yep.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Tonight I got emotional damage.
Yes, you do. All of us do.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm just about home. I'm gonna get off the phone. I had to spend a little extra time at work because I couldn't find my wallet, which I eventually managed to find. So I'm gonna go on home now. I'll enjoy another loss tomorrow. It will be a losing streak as we get swept by the Texas Rangers by a final score of 9-2. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Grillmaster. All right, that's Grillmaster right now. He's getting home. And that's going to do it for us. We took a lot of phone calls, especially from our friends. And we didn't even play any of this, guys, which is disappointing because we need a little bust out a little Truly Madly Deeply.
Truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful. Cause I'm counting on a new beginning. A reason for living. A deeper meaning. And I wanna stand with you on a mountain. And I wanna bathe with you in the sea.
All right.
And I wanna lay like this forever.
Until when, baby?
Until the sky falls down on me.
You know what we're going to do, too, towards the end of the season, just to keep it going a little bit? We're going to just have a night where we play a lot of his covers. Like, say, for instance, you guys can just throw a song, and I'm pretty sure he's covered every – because this is like the epitome. He looks like Peter Griffin, but he sings like this. So he's an awesome guy, and I could play all his music all day on YouTube, and they won't copyright me. So that's why he sang so many covers with his guitar here. So I'm just going to be like, hey, shout out to this guy. Whatever song you want to hear, I'm sure he's done it. I'll look it up, and we'll just have a night of him, and just to get us over this shitty team. Because otherwise, it's going to be other bad covers like this one.
And you said, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no.
Oh, that's such a bad song, and then plus the girl that's singing it is terrible. So yeah, I would have Peter Griffin sing these songs here when we play our season into the ground. Titanic will definitely be played that night. So yeah, it's fun for all. That'll be like fan appreciation night, and we'll give away a lot of shit that night. A lot of the stuff we've been accumulating all year. So with that being said, everyone have a good rest of your night. Artie's still somehow coherent. We were winning for that phone call.
Wow, winning.
So that was one good thing. So I'll play you guys off to how the Angels played tonight. And we'll talk more tomorrow about another loss and another losing streak. Don't forget to donate if you can. That would be awesome. Sing it if you know it.